Sa video natin ngayon, we will discuss how to solve compound curve problems. But first, we have to understand kung saan galing yung drawing na to. Now, a compound curve consists of two or more circular curves between two main tangents joined at the point of compound curve. This one, called PCC. The curve at PC is designated as 1, and then the curve at PT naman is designated as 2. Now, for the purpose of simplification, we will just solve compound curves na merong dalawang parang combination of two simple curves lang. So, meron tayong PC, meron tayong PT, then this is tangent 1, tangent 2. Itong L1, this is the length of chord 1. L2 naman is the length of chord 2. Now, this is I1, kasi parang simple curve kasi to. Yan, this is one simple curve, and this is your second simple curve. Ayan. So, pag i-extend mo to, then this would actually be equal to I2. And then, as discussed sa simple curves natin na lecture, if this is I2 and this is I1, then this is also equal to I1, and then ito naman, this is I2. And then, we have also agreed na if this is I1, then this angle is half of I1. So, this is I1 over 2, saka ito rin. I1 divided by 2. Now, ito naman, if this is I2, then this would be half of I2. I2 divided by 2. Now, this is important since in computing L, or the length of the common chord, we actually have to consider this triangle. Itong triangle na to. Ayan. So, L1 may be obtained by considering the first simple curve, parang length of the chord lang yan ng simple curve 1, and then yung L2 naman is the length of the chord para sa second curve. And then, this length may be obtained by using cosine law. And then, ito naman, yung angle in between, yan kasi yung opposite ng L, this can be obtained by subtracting I2 over 2 saka I1 over 2 from 180. So, let's say this is alpha. Alpha is equal to 180 minus I1 over 2 minus I2 over 2. Ayan. And then, considering this triangle naman, the value of theta would be 180 minus I1 minus I2. So, ito yung mga importante na parang additional na formulas that you have to memorize. But again, yung formulas na to galing lang din sa triangles, yung interior angles ng triangle. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle must equal 180. So, essentially, di mo siya kailangan i-memorize, but you have to be able to identify the relationships sa mga triangle dito. Now, let us try to understand this one by drawing a simple curve dito sa AutoCAD. So, let's start by defining the radius of the first simple curve. Let's say we have a radius of 400, and then this angle is, we can use 115. Ayan. And then, let's draw another line from the center, and then this is 400. Then, tab, lagyan natin ng, let's say, 75. So, pwede natin kunin yung angle. This angle right here. This is 40 degrees. Yan yung magiging I1. And then, establish natin yung arc. Dito tayo sa center, start, end. So, yung movement ng arc is from right to left. So, ito yung magiging center natin. And then, start, tapos, end tayo dito. So, this is now our first simple curve. Now, let's say our second simple curve is a simple curve na mas malaki yung radius kesa sa first curve. So, we can extend a line here. And then, let's make sure na parallel sila or collinear. And then, sabihin na lang natin, this is 100. So, the total radius of the second curve would be 400 plus 100. So we can draw another line, and then this is 500, and then tab, ito na lang, yung 45 na lang. And then kunin natin yung I2. So dim angular, then yung angle between the two lines is 30 degrees. So ito yung I2 natin. And then let's form the arc. Center, start, end pa rin. So center, start, tapos end. Ayan. So ito na yung compound curve natin. This one plus this one. And then we can draw tangent lines from this point. Ito yung PC. So ito, nag-snap na siya. This is already our tangent line. Then let's draw another tangent line sa PT. Ayan. So, di ba, this angle is I1 plus I2. Gusto ko lang siyang ipakita. So, dim angular, and then this line, saka itong line na to, this would be 70. Bakit 70? Kasi 40 plus 30. Diyan galing yan. And then from this point, that's what we call the PCC, or the point of compound curve. So we can draw a line here, tangent to this circle. Ayan. Saka dito rin sa kabilang side. Ayan. And then trim na lang natin. Itong length na to, this one plus this one, yan yung length ng common tangent natin. So, yung nakikita niya dyan is this length plus this length. So again, ito yung length ng common tangent. And then to solve this one, we can consider this triangle. This point, saka ito. Yung enclosed ng points na yan. And then notice na if we are to solve the angles, this would be equivalent to I1, which was 40, and then yung kabilang side naman is 30 lang. Ayan, I2. And then this is obtainable, 180 minus 40 minus 30, this is 110. Now from this triangle, we can use the sine law para makuha natin yung distances na to. Wait lang, from this point patungo dyan sa point of intersection, and then from this point patungo sa point of intersection. Now how about for the length of the common chord? Now diba, if we are to draw a line from this point patungo sa PT ng first curve, this would be the length of the chord. And then para sa second curve naman, from this point patungo sa PT, ito naman yung length of chord ng second curve. So yung length ng common chord is measured from this point patungo dito. Ayan. And then let's try to solve this angle. Yan, using what we have defined here, alpha. So dim angular, and then this line, saka ito rin. So we have 145. So 145 comes from 180 minus 40 divided by 2 minus 30 divided by 2. This is I1, ito naman yung I2. So this is now 145. However, instead of using this one, you have another option. Kasi diba, it's tiring to solve this length and also this length. So what you can do is consider this whole triangle. From this point, dito naman sa point of intersection, and then dito sa PT. So highlight na lang natin. Yan, remove ko yung triangle na to. And then we can consider this one. Patungo sa PI, and then going to PT. And so using this triangle, you only need to solve X and Y, and then yung opposite angle to L would be the value of theta. Ayan. Again you have two options to solve L. Depende na yan kung ano yung mga given. Pero kung given yung length ng chord para sa first curve and then para sa second curve, mas madali pag itong alpha yung gagamitin natin na angle. So we may also try that sa example natin mamaya para ma-verify talaga natin. Now just to also prove na yung angle na to is half of I1, we can get this angle from here up to this point. Notice that this is 20, half of 40. And then sa kabila naman, this is 30, so half of 30, this would be 15. Ayan. So ito essentially yung figure ng compound curve. So para ma-internalize nyo talaga yung geometry ng compound curves, let us try solving this problem. Now, the common tangent AB daw of a compound curve is 76.42 meters with an azimuth of 268 degrees 30 minutes. Now, yung azimuth natin is measured from the north and then clockwise yung rotation natin. And then, we are also given na yung vertex V is inaccessible. The azimuth of the tangents AV and VB was measured to be 247 degrees 50 minutes yan, and 282 degrees 50 minutes respectively. The stationing at A is 10 plus 10.46 and the degree of the first curve is 4 degrees based on the 20 meter chord. So, use chord basis, ibig sabihin pala, yung isang station natin na 20 meters is measured using the chord of the circle, hindi yung arc. Iba yung arc basis, iba din yung chord basis. So first, i-draw muna natin yung figure. So we can start by checking the given. So yung common tangent daw natin is 76.42 meters, designated as AB. So we can draw a cross, and then again, azimuth is measured from the north and then clockwise yung direction. So kapag meron tayong 268 degrees 30 minutes, ibig sabihin, di ba 90 degrees yung kada quadrant. So 90 plus 90, 180. Then 268 degrees 30 minutes lesser than 270 yan. So it must terminate at this point. Ayan. So we can now draw a line measuring 76.42 meters. Now this angle would be 268 degrees 30 minutes. Ayan. And then again, this is designated as AB. So this is point A while this is point B. Ayan. And then we have the vertex somewhere between the 2 points. So let's say andito. So we can draw a cross sa vertex. Ito pala yung common vertex natin, or simply the point of intersection, PI. And then the remaining given are the following. Tapos na tayo dito. So the azimuth of tangents AV and VB daw are the following. So yung AV is 247 degrees 50 minutes. So from point A going to the vertex, ayan, this angle would be this one, 247 degrees 50 minutes. And then for VB, the azimuth is 282 degrees 50 minutes. And so drawing a line from point B going to the vertex, this azimuth would be 282 degrees 50 minutes. Now ito yung dapat mong tandaan. If you are given AV, it means na the angle is measured dito sa pangalawang letter. Yan usually yung ginagamit ko. So second letter is V. So, doon ka sa plane ng V, doon ka magme-measure ng azimuth. And then, for VB naman, doon ka naman sa point B, magme-measure. Same dito sa common tangent AB. Binigay yung azimuth, nag-measure tayo sa plane dito sa B. So, let's use another color. Itong blue naman. And then, we have 282 degrees, 50 minutes. So, from here 282 degrees, 42 minutes exceeds 270 degrees. So, lalagpas tayo sa quadrant na to. So, ikot tayo. And then, we will stop here. Ayan. Now, hindi drawn to scale yung figure natin. But, let's just indicate the values of the angles. So, again, this azimuth is 282 degrees, 50 minutes. So, to get this remaining angle, we can subtract 270 sa value na to. So, we would have 282 degrees, 50 minutes, minus 270. So, this would give us 12 degrees, 50 minutes. So, we can extend this line, and then we can define this angle. 12 degrees, 50 minutes. Ayan. Now, to get this angle naman, itong natira, we can consider this azimuth. Itong naka-purple. So, 270 minus 268 degrees, 30 minutes. Yan yung angle na to. So, we would have 270 minus 268 degrees, 30 minutes equals 1 degree and 30 minutes. So, ito yan. 1 degree, 30 minutes. And then, for this angle naman, we can draw across at point A. Mas madali talaga kapag naka X and Y axis ka. And then, if this is 1 degree, 30 minutes, measured from the horizontal, then this must also be 1 degree, 30 minutes. Ayan. Now, how about this angle? I hope na agree lang kayo na this angle is equal to this one. Measured from the vertical. Diba? Same line measured from the vertical. So, ito rin measured from the vertical. Equal yung angles na yan. Now, this angle would be 247 degrees, 50 minutes, minus, this is 180. So, we can define this as 247 degrees, 50 minutes, minus 180. So, 67 degrees, 50 minutes. Yung angle na to. Ayan. So, medyo, again, hindi siya drawn to scale. Now, if this is 67 degrees, 50 minutes, and then ito naman, 1 degree, 30 minutes, we can now solve the middle angle. So, this would be perpendicular yan. So, 90 minus 67 degrees, 50 minutes, minus 1 degree, 30 minutes. So, magiging 20 degrees, 40 minutes. 20 degrees, 40 minutes yan. And then, yung total angle na to, magiging 12 degrees, 50 minutes, plus 1 degree, 30 minutes. So, this will give us 14 degrees, 20 minutes. Now, sa nabuong figure natin, we still aren't sure kung ano yung mas malaking radius. Kung ano yung curve na mas malaki yung radius. So, we can check by using the additional given na the degree of the first curve is 4 degrees based on a 20 meter chord. So, di ba, by chord basis, one station is one chord. So, ito yung arc, and then, parang ito yung sector ng circle natin. And then, ito naman yung chord. So, the chord is 20 meters long, and then we can divide this into two. Parang two triangles. Ayan. Now, yung degree of curve, yan yung angle dito. So, we have 4 degrees. And then, dividing this into two triangles, ibig sabihin, this would be 2 degrees. And then, yung kabila rin. And then, since na-divide na yan by 2, if this is 20 meters, then this length is 10 meters. So, kapag 10 meters yan, we can solve the value of the radius by using this one. Ito yung radius ng circle natin. Diba? Measured from the center up to a point sa arc natin. So, we can consider this triangle and then use the sine function. So, if this is the radius, we have sine of 2 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite to this angle is 10 meters, and then the hypotenuse is the radius. So r would be equal to 10 divided by sine of 2 degrees. So this is 286.54 approximately. So this is in meters. Ayan. Now ito yung value ng R1. Diba? Kasi yung binigay na degree of curve is for the first curve. Now to solve the radius of the second curve, we need the tangent. Essentially the tangent distance para makuha natin yung R2. Now let's try to draw lang the first curve. So we can extend this line kasi collinear yan sa tangent natin para sa first curve. So let's say ito yan, and then yung length na to must be equal to the other length. So we can rotate it. Check natin. It will terminate at this point. Now this is assuming na mas malaki yung radius at A. So we have this point. Ayan. And then let's draw a line 90 degrees to this one kasi tangent yan sa center natin. I mean sa radius pala. And then ito naman. Andito pala yung center natin. Ayan. So ito yung first simple curve natin. Ayan. So this is PC. Ito yung PCC. And then alam na natin yung value ng R1. R1 is equal to 286.54. And then for the first simple curve, pwede nating masolve yung tangent distance na to. If this is T1, yung length na yan, then this would also be T1. Ayan. But we know the length of the common tangent. Yung total length na to is 76.42. So, yan yung gagamitin natin. Now again, for simple curves, we can draw a line from the point of intersection patungo sa center ng circle. And then by drawing this line, we can form two right triangles. So this is perpendicular. Kasi diba, yung radius is perpendicular to the tangent line. So kapag perpendicular yan, and then this is, I hope you would agree na, considering the first curve, ito yung magiging value ng I1. This is I1. And then for the second curve naman, ito naman yung I2. Yung 14 degrees, 20 minutes. So, if this is I1, diba, this would be equal to I1. And then this remaining angle is I1 divided by 2. So, considering this right triangle, ayan, we can use the tangent function. So, tangent of I1 over 2, this angle, equals opposite over adjacent. So, opposite yung length ng tangent 1, tapos divide natin by R1, which is 286.54. And then we have a value for I1. I1 is 20 degrees, 40 minutes. So, solving tangent 1, this would be 286.54 times tangent of 20 degrees, 40 minutes, then divided by 2. So, magiging 52.25. Yan yung T1. Tapos, naka-meter yan. So, if T1 is 52.25, then this is also 52.25. This length is equal to this one. However, we know that the length of the common tangent AB, diba, yung from A to B is 76.42. Therefore, tangent to this length would be equal to 76.42 minus 52.25. So, 76.42 minus 52.25, this would give us 24.17. So, mas maliit pala yung tangent 2 kesa sa tangent 1. Meaning, tama yung assumption sa drawing natin. So, essentially, ito yung magiging T2. So, trace na lang natin and then rotate natin such that parallel siya sa line na to. Para tama talaga yung figure natin. And then we can draw a line perpendicular to this one going to the center of the circle. Somewhere dyan. So this is the center of the second curve. And then extend na natin to. Going to PT. So this is PT. So again ito essentially yung I2 natin. Diba, we can extend this line and then this is the tangent distance 2. So, the angle between this one and this one, yan yung I2 natin. I2. So, using I2, we can also solve the radius of the second curve. So, let's label this as R2. Ayan. And then, we can draw a line from this point going to the point of intersection. Ayan. And then, madidivide na siya into two right triangles. So, this is perpendicular, saka ito rin. So, this would be I2 over 2, saka ito rin. I2 divided by 2. So, considering this triangle, yan, we would have tangent of I2 over 2 equals opposite over adjacent. So, opposite is the length of tangent 2, which is, ano nga yun? Hindi pa pala natin na-solve. So, again, T1 plus T2 equals the length of the common tangent, equals AB. So, T1 is 52.25 plus T2 equals AB, which is 76.42. So, T2 would be 24.17. Nasolve na pala natin yan kanina, but hindi ko nasulat. So, naka-meter din yan. So, again, opposite over adjacent, 24.17 divided by R2. And then, our value for I2 is 14 degrees, 20 minutes. So, R2 is equal to 24.17, tapos divide natin by tangent of 14 degrees, 20 minutes, divided by 2. So, magiging 192.22. Then, naka-meter yan. So, sulat na lang din natin. So, ano yung next natin kailangan? Check natin ulit yung questions. So, for the first question, compute the stationing of PCC daw. Now, yung PCC is at this point. Yan, ito yung PCC. Litan na lang natin. Yan. So, to compute the stationing sa point na to, we would need the stationing of PC plus the arc length of the first curve. Diba? Ito man yung LC1. Ito yung LC1, tapos ito naman yung LC2. So, sa LC1 tayo. Now, yung given pala is the stationing at A. So, the stationing at A is 10 plus 10.46 daw. So, lagay na lang natin. Stationing here is 10 plus 10.46. Now, by the way, yung 10 is naka-kilometer, and then yung 10.46, yung excess, naka-meter yan. So, we first have to solve T1 pala. We can solve T1 and then balik tayo sa PC, then dyan pa natin i-add yung length ng curve. So, hindi yan pwede na itong station na to plus T1, makukuha mo yung stationing ng PCC. Hindi yan pwede. Dapat dito ka talaga sa PC magsa-start. So, now, the stationing of PC would be station A minus the tangent distance minus T1. This is so that mababalikan natin yung PC. Kasi we can only add the tangents para sa point of intersection or the vertex. Yan always yung dapat mong tandaan. So, the stationing of PC would be 10 plus 10.46 and then minus T1 which is 52.25. Sulat na lang din natin. Ayan. So, type mo na lang as ito, 10,000 plus 10.46. So, essentially, 10,000 then 10.46. And then, bawasan natin ng 52.25. The stationing is 9 plus 958.21. Kasi diba, yung 9 naka-kilometer yan, so divide this by 1,000. So, the stationing of PC is at 9,000 plus 958.21 meters. Sige, so meron na tayong stationing para sa PC. Therefore, the stationing of PCC, this would be the station of PC plus LC1. Again, our LC1 is this length. From here, measured along the arc. LC1. Now, to get LC1, we can just use ratio and proportion para sa circle na to. Now, we would have 2 pi r. The radius is 286.54. Now, this is to a whole revolution. Kasi diba, yung 2 pi r, yan yung circumference ng buong circle talaga. So, over 360 equals LC1. Now, for LC1, the central angle is I1. Now, ano yung I1 natin? Diba, I1 was 20 degrees 40 minutes. So, lagay mo lang dyan. And then, solving LC1, we would have 2 pi times 286.54 divided by 360 equals, multiply na lang natin by 20 degrees 40 minutes. Yan na yung LC1. So, magiging 103.355 or approximately 103.36. So, ito na yung LC1. So, dagdag na lang natin yan sa stationing ng PC which is 9 plus 958.21 plus LC1 103.36. The stationing of PCC would be 9958.21 plus 103.36. So, 10 plus 61.57 pala. So, ito na yung sagot natin for letter A. Now, for the second question, essentially, na-solve na natin siya. Compute the radius of the second curve. We have 192.22. So, box na lang natin to. This is for number 2. Highlight na lang din natin. And then, ito naman yung number 1. And then, for the last question, compute the stationing of PT. So, for the stationing of PT, we only need to add LC2 sa stationing ng PCC. So, again, from PCC plus LC2, yan na yung stationing ng PT. So, dagdag natin to. Ito yung LC2. So, to get LC2, ratio and proportion pa rin, LC2 is to a central angle of I2. So, I2 is 14 degrees 20 minutes equals 2 pi r. The radius is 192.22 para sa second curve. Then, for the full circumference, we have a whole revolution of 360 degrees. So, LC2 would be equal to 2 pi times 192.22 divided by 360 times 14 degrees 20 minutes equals, and then press mo lang to para maging numerical value siya. So, 48.09 pala. And then, this is in meters. So, now that we have LC2, the stationing of PT would be, pwede ka from PC, parang ito, stationing of PC plus LC1 plus LC2. Or pwede rin na, since meron na tayong stationing ng PCC, idadagdag na lang natin yung LC2 para makuha natin yung station ng PT. Again, from PCC plus LC2, yan na yung PT. So, ito na lang. Stationing of PCC plus LC2. So, magiging 10 plus 061.57 plus LC2, which is 48.09. And then, add na lang natin yung dalawa. We have 10,061.57 plus 48.09. So, this would be 10 plus 109.66. So, ito na yung stationing ng PT. So, this is for number 3. Now, para holistic talaga yung discussion natin, what if I am to add another question, and then let's say, this is, what is the length of the common chord? Yan. Idadagdag ko na lang to. Now, the length of the common chord is essentially from PC going to PT. So, we can draw this line. Sabihin natin, this is L. So, how can we solve this distance? Diba, meron tayong two options. So, let's first explore the first option. The first option is to consider this triangle. Color natin na para malinaw talaga. So, we can consider this triangle. Yan. Yung naka-orange. And then, we can solve this angle by considering this triangle naman. Ayan. Medyo marami na yung drawings natin. So, remove ko na lang to. And then, let's define this angle. So, to get this angle, we can use 180 minus I1, 20 degrees, 40 minutes, and then minus I2 naman, which is 14 degrees, 20 minutes. So, magiging 145. So, ito pala, 145 degrees pala to. Ayan. Now, how can we solve this distance and also this one? Notice that we are given all the interior angles. So, mas madali kapag sine law yung gagamitin natin. So, let's say this is, label natin as X, and then ito naman, label ko as Y. Ito, X, and then ito naman, Y. So, by using the sine law, diba, we have to consider a side and then the angle opposite to it. So, notice na itong side na to, yan, let's draw another line. Highlight ko Ayan, for this one, notice that this length is AB. Diba, yung length ng common tangent natin, which is 76.42. Therefore, we would have 76.42 is to sine of 145. Side na to, this one, tapos ito yung opposite angle niya. And then equals X divided by, ano yung opposite ng X? Opposite to X is 14 degrees, 20 minutes. So, sine of 14 degrees, 20 minutes. Ayan. Now, move ko na lang to. And then, let's also add the other relationship na the side Y is to sine of the opposite angle. So, side Y, opposite to it is 20 degrees, 40 minutes. So, 20 degrees, 40 minutes. Ayan. Now, solving X, we would have 76.42 divided by sine 145 multiplied by sine 14 degrees 20 minutes. So, press equals, we have 32.98. Tapos, naka-meter yan. So, ito, 32.98 meters. And then, Y would be 76.42 over sine 145. But, yung i-multiply natin is 20 degrees 40 minutes. So, we would have 47.022. Or 2 decimal places na lang, 47.02. Tapos, naka-meter yan. Now, di ba for the whole triangle, yung naka-orange, this distance would be T1 plus X. Di ba? So, we can just redraw this triangle. So, parang ito na yan. Kulay orange na lang din. So, parang ito. Yan. This is L. Yan. And then, this length is, again, T1 plus X. T1 plus X. And then, ito naman, this is, di ba, this is T2. T2 plus Y. Yan naman yung side na to. T2 plus Y. Yan. Now, ano nga yung T2? T2 is 24.17. Lagay na lang natin. So, Y is 47.02 meters. So, add natin yung dalawa. 32.98 plus T1, 52.25. Magiging 85.23. And then, T2 plus Y naman is 47.02 plus T2 na 24.17. So, we would have 71.19 equals 71.19. And then, our length L can be obtained by using the cosine law. Kasi alam kasi natin yung angle na to. Diba? This is 145. So, this must also be 145 din. So, by the cosine law, diba, our formula is side and then equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c. Whatever, ano yung nandito. Yan yung angle dapat. Yung opposite sa kanya. So, we have L squared equals a squared plus b squared, which would correspond to the two sides. So, 85.23 squared plus 71.19 squared minus 2ab. So, 2 times 85.23 and then multiplied by 71.19 cosine ng opposite angle nito. So, opposite to L is 145. So, lagay mo lang dito. Ayan. And so, solving L, this would be square root of 85.23 squared plus 71.19 squared, then minus 2 times 85.23 times 71.19, tapos cosine 145. So, we have 149.24. This is in meters. So, ito na yung sagot natin para sa last question. What is the length of the common chord, which is L? Now, diba, kanina, I discussed na meron kang second option. Now, the second option is helpful if given yung length ng chord para sa dalawang curves mo. So, try daw natin using that option. Now, what we can do here is we can compute C1 and C2. So, from PC going to PCC, diba, parang chord yan ng first curve. So, label natin siya as C1, and then from PCC going to PT naman, label natin as C2. Wait lang medyo pangit na yung drawing natin. So, let me just copy this one, and then tatanggalin ko to. Yung mga di natin kailangan. So, ito na lang yung tinira ko. Kasi yung triangle na i-consider natin, ito lang talaga. Remove ko na lang to. And this is the new triangle we are considering. To solve L. So, ano yung length ng chord 1? Diba, for chord 1, we can divide it into 2, and then we can draw a line going to the center. And then this would be perpendicular saka ito rin. Ito yung na-discuss natin sa simple curves. Now, ito yung triangle na i-consider natin para sa chord. Itong line na to, then from PC to the center, saka ito rin. Essentially, this is also a right triangle. So, since na-divide yan into 2, this would be C1 over 2. And then, alam natin yung angle na to. This angle is I1 over 2. Now, i-divide na lang natin siya into 2 talaga by connecting this point sa point na to. So, ito essentially pala yung dividing line niya. Ito yung perpendicular. But hindi kasi drawn to scale, kaya hindi talaga mag-i-exact yan. So, this is also C1 over 2. Now, if you want, you may use the formula kapag kabisado mo na siya. But since I always encourage na hindi na mag-memorize ng formulas, but understand the relationships na lang, so kaya ito talaga yung way of discussing ko. So again considering this triangle, we can use the sine function. Since sine of I1 over 2, this reference angle, ito yung opposite side niya, which is C1 over 2, and then the hypotenuse of this triangle, yan, is the radius. Kasi yan yung opposite ng perpendicular na side. So, 286.54. I1 is 20 degrees 40 minutes. And then, we can now solve C1. So, sine 20 degrees 40 minutes, divide ko yan by 2, and then equals C1 over 2 divided by 286.54. So, solving C1, we have 102.795. Or let's say na lang, C1 is equal to 102.8 meters. Now, for C2, we can still use the same relationship. Copy ko na lang to. And then, instead of I1, we're gonna use I2. So, I2 is 14 degrees 20 minutes. And then, equate natin to C2 over 2 divided by R2. Now, our R2 is 192.22. So, C2 equals, palitan na lang natin to. This is 14, tapos 20, and then C2 over 2 divided by 192.22. Ayan. So, 47.96 pala. Tapos, naka-meter yan. And then, considering the orange triangle, we would have, this length is C1. Ito naman, C2. And then, we are trying to solve L, and then we know the value of alpha. Alpha is 180 minus I1 over 2 minus I2 over 2. So, we would have 180 minus I1 over 2 is 20 degrees 40 minutes divided by 2, then minus 14 degrees 20 minutes divided by 2. So this would be 162 degrees 30 minutes. Ayan. Now, using the cosine law, we would have L squared equals A squared plus B squared, yung dalawang sides. So, C1 saka C2. So, we have 102.8 squared plus 47.96 squared minus 2 times 102.8 times 47.96, and then cosine of 162 and then 30 minutes. So, square root mo lang yung dalawang sides. We would have square root of 102.8 squared plus 47.96 squared minus 2 times 102.8 times 47.96 cosine 162 degrees 30 minutes. Press equals, we have 149.24. Tapos naka-meter din yan. So notice na the same lang to sa nakuha natin kanina, which was 149.24 lang din. So again, this second option is useful kapag yung binigay would be C1 saka C2. Let's say, stinate talaga sa problem na the length of chord 1 is a certain value and the length of chord 2 is also a certain value. Mas madali ito. So yan yung advantage niya. And then by the way, in solving I1 and I2, meron tayong shortcut. Now, it will apply kapag ganito yung orientation ng problem. Meron kang azimuth sa common tangent and then azimuth para sa AV sa VB. So, our I1, we can compute it by using, subtracting pala, 268 degrees, 30 minutes, and, AV. Yan yung magiging I1. So, let's say, 268 degrees, 30 minutes, azimuth from AB yan, and then minus 247 degrees, 50 minutes. This is for AV. So, 268 degrees, 30 minutes, minus 247 degrees, 50 minutes, yan yung 20 degrees, 40 minutes. Yung I1 natin. And then for I2 naman, this would be the second azimuth, which is VB. So 282 degrees, 50 minutes, minus the azimuth of the common tangent, this one. So this is essentially VB, and then we have AB. So minus 268 degrees, 30 minutes. This would be equal to 14 degrees, 20 minutes. Pero kanina, yung diniscuss ko talaga would be using the intuitive way. Mas mahirap pa itong i-identify. Pero explain ko na lang din paano yan nangyari. Diba kanina, we drew line AB. Ayan. And then, draw tayo ng cross dito. And then, itong angle na to, diba, this was 268 degrees, 30 minutes. Ayan. And then, dito rin sa point A, draw tayo ng cross. And then, going to the vertex. Parang ganyan. Now, notice na itong angle na to, this is also equal to this one. From here, going to this point. I hope agree lang. Ito, measured from north clockwise. Ito naman, measured from south clockwise. Kasi, ito kasi yung vertical line, ito naman yung vertical line. Going to the same line. Ayan. Kaya ito yung equivalent niya. Now, nag-draw din tayo ng cross dito sa vertex. So, label natin as V. Now, di ba, itong 247 degrees, 50 minutes, ito yung angle na yan. This one going to this point. Ayan. Now, I hope na agree lang kayo that this angle is equivalent to this one. Ayan. From north yan, clockwise, sa kabila is from south and then clockwise. So, try to notice na the purple angle, bawasan natin ng angle na to. Yan. It would be this remaining angle. Again, purple minus blue is equivalent to I1. Yan essentially yung nangyari kanina. And then, di ba, 282 degrees, 50 minutes, ito yung angle na yan. From here, going to this point. So, try to notice here na, di ba, itong naka-pink, yan yung 282 degrees, 50 minutes. So, this angle, bawasan natin ng purple angle, yung matitira na lang is I2. This one. Or essentially, this one. Ito yung I2. 282 degrees, 50 minutes minus 268 degrees, 30 minutes. Sige, so yan na yung lahat ng kailangan nyo para sa computation ng compound curves. Use the following concept sa kahit anong problem, and then you can find all the unknowns. Once again, salamat sa pakikinig.